For ARMY everywhere, seeing BTS perform on their home turf in Korea, that's the ultimate dream, right? But it always feels so far away, so expensive. Well, today, we're going to scrap that idea. We're turning that dream into a mission plan. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to get to Korea for under $1,000.
Think about it. Seeing all 7 members back together in Seoul, surrounded by the unbelievable energy of K-ARMY, it just feels like it would cost a fortune. You start adding it all up in your head, right? The flight across the Pacific, the ticket, the hotel, it all just seems to stack up into this impossible number. But what if I told you that number is way, way lower than you think?
Look at that. $972. That's the number. That is the potential all-in, everything included price tag for a trip to Korea to see BTS. We're talking flight, a place to stay, and the concert ticket itself. Seriously.
And no, that's not a typo. This isn't some fantasy. Over the next few minutes, we are going to break down the entire mission piece by piece. This is your step-by-step intel, all the strategies you need for flights, for ticketing, and for all the on-the-ground stuff to make this happen.
So what's our target? Our whole mission is built around the rumored 2026 Arirang tour. Just imagine, with all the members back from their service, this would be their very first concert together again as 7. It's gonna be historic. And we're gonna make sure you're ready when it's announced.
Okay, first things first. Before you even think about looking at a single flight or hotel, you have to secure the most critical asset, the concert ticket. This is step 1. This is the part that makes the entire journey real.
Look, getting a ticket at face value is absolutely non-negotiable for this budget mission. It all goes down on Weavers, so you have to have an official ARMY membership. It costs about $22. That's your key to get into the pre-sale raffle. Now, this next part is crucial. Your Weavers ID has to be the exact same email you use on the ticketing site, like Interpark. And you better believe they will be checking your ID at the venue. It's all designed to shut down the scalpers.
And this right here is exactly why you have to stick to the official route. It's insane. A VIP ticket with soundcheck access is about $182 officially. That exact same ticket has been spotted on resale sites like StubHub for over $7,000. That is a 40 times markup. The resale market isn't just a risk, it's a complete budget-destroying nightmare. Just don't do it. All right, so you've got your ticket secured, at least in theory. The journey is officially a go. Now it's time to tackle the next major objective, conquering that flight. This is usually the single biggest expense, but if you have the right intel, you can slash this cost.
Okay, now check this out. The price difference here is wild, and it all depends on where you fly from. You can snag a direct round trip from San Francisco on a budget airline like Air Premia for as low as $645. But from New York, that same airline is over $900. Your starting point makes a huge difference.
Yeah, this chart just makes it crystal clear. The West Coast has a massive advantage. It's probably because of the shorter flight times and more airlines competing on those routes. Honestly, if you live on the East Coast, it might actually be cheaper to buy a separate domestic flight to a city like San Francisco and then fly to Korea from there.
And timing is absolutely everything. Let's call this the Goldilocks booking window. You're going to want to start just watching the prices around 8 months out. But the sweet spot, the perfect time to actually pull the trigger and book, is between 5 and 7 months before the concert. You wait any longer than that, you're in the danger zone. Demand will be through the roof and prices will skyrocket.
Okay, you've got your ticket, you've got your flight. Now you need a place to crash. This is your next big strategic decision, choosing your home base in Korea.
So, you basically have 2 main strategies here. You can stay right in the heart of Seoul, which is great for your budget and for exploring the city, or you can stay in Goyang, right next to a major venue like Kintex, which is all about convenience and avoiding that exhausting trip back after the show.
If your number one priority is saving money, then Central Seoul is the only answer. We are talking hostels for as low as $5 to $11 a night. That's not a typo. And the best part? Areas like Myeongdong are right on Subway Line 3, which is a straight shot to the stadium area. No transfers needed. But if the very thought of fighting your way through a packed subway station after a 3-hour concert gives you hives, then staying in Goyang is a brilliant move. You can find really nice business-class hotels less than a mile from the venue for just $30 to $40 a night. Being able to just walk back to your room after the final encore, that's a luxury that's actually super affordable here. All right, we're in the final phase of the mission, on-the-ground logistics.
let's talk about how you're going to master transportation, money, and data so you can live like a local and keep those costs way, way down. So getting from Incheon Airport into Seoul is incredibly easy and cheap. The ARX train is your best friend. The all-stop train is the undisputed budget champion at around $4. If you're in a hurry and want a guaranteed seat, the express train gets you there in 43 minutes for about $8. Just pick what works best for your wallet and your patience.
Now, for getting around the city itself, this is your ultimate cheat code, the Seoul Climate Card. This thing gives you unlimited rides on the subway and buses. A 5-day pass is only $12. When you think about a single ride costing over $1, this card pays for itself after just a couple of trips each day. It's an absolute no-brainer. You have to get one.
And to make sure you don't get eaten alive by fees every time you buy something, you need a financial ally. The Wise card is perfect for this mission. It's basically a multi-currency debit card, so you can change your US dollars into Korean won ahead of time, which means you get to skip all those nasty foreign transaction fees. Plus, you can add it to your Apple or Google Pay and just tap to pay almost everywhere. It's a game changer.
Okay, deep breath. We've gone over the tickets, the flight, where to stay, and how to get around. We've followed the plan, we've made all the smart, strategic choices. So, what's the bottom line? Let's look at the final budget breakdown.
So, here's how all those decisions really add up. Let's look at our budget scenario. You fly from the West Coast, you stay in a cheap and cheerful hostel, and you get a standard R-level seat. The grand total comes to just under $1,000. And even in our standard scenario, flying from the East Coast and staying in a hotel, you're still coming in under $2,000, which is amazing.
And there it is again, $972. By booking smart, picking a budget-friendly place to stay, and using things like the local transport passes, this mission isn't just possible, it's totally achievable. This is the number that turns a wild dream into a concrete plan.
And with that, mission accomplished. You now have the complete Intel report. You know how to get the ticket, how to find the flight, how to choose your base, and how to navigate the city like a pro, all while sticking to a super strict budget.
We just took this from a faraway dream to a real, actionable plan that costs less than a new iPhone. So I guess there's really only one question left. Are you ready for 2026?